off. Joining us live in studio right now, we've got Perry Thompson with Hat Creek Construction. Welcome to the program, man. Great to have you.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
Hey, man.
It's great being here.
Got to see you yesterday for lunch, and now I get to see you today. What a blessing. What a blessing.
1 week.
I know.
Amazing.
What? What's going on? So, lots going on, actually, with Hat Creek. Just throw it out there. And you guys got a lot of projects, of course, going on in the area, and a big project in the works.
We do. Excited to talk about, thanks for the invite. Thanks for being here. We want to talk about the Skyline Aggregates Recycling Facility. So that's basically it's our next 50 years. It's a huge deal.
Right.
So we're out at Ward Lake now. For those that don't know, we have our quarry and aggregates and asphalt plant out there. But the challenge is there's a lot of rock out there, but it's soft rock that doesn't meet the specifications of asphalt and concrete.
Gotcha.
So that's why are we moving? We're running out of that good rock. We have maybe less than 10 years out there left. So what we're really doing with Skyline is just ensuring our company's success for the next 50 years and to be able to operate in these rural communities that we call home. So that's really what it's about.
Right. And, the project's a good thing. There's some things we'll talk about here in the next few minutes in regards to buffer zones and what it's all about. But mainly, you talked a little bit about this yesterday, is the amount of folks and local jobs that Hat Creek creates here in our community. It's so important, especially with losing CCC. And your payroll alone is in the millions of dollars.
Yeah. So we're anticipating just this project alone through, the direct employees that work out at the quarry, and then, of course, the truck drivers and our construction crews, which rely on those aggregates in order to be competitive, because we have to be low bidder. That's the only way we get work. We have to be the cheapest guys. And so Skyline's really going to help us do that and really going to help us grow the existing workforce that we have now. So it's protecting jobs and it's growing jobs, because the rock there is some of the best rock that we've ever drilled in my career, and I've drilled all over the North State.
Really?
And it is absolutely incredible. Anybody that watched the hospital go in and saw that you have to drill and shoot all the utilities, it's dense, super dense rock, and it's really gonna. The more dense it is, the less absorptive it is, which means you use less oil, which means that allows us to be more competitive on bid days. I mean, these jobs are decided by sometimes less than 0.5%. So if you can make a difference in asphalt, save 1% or so of oil consumption, now you're even more competitive, which is what we're really excited about. And then, as far as the location, that's why it's chose. So we're there on the northeast side of Skyline, kind of between Johnstonville Road and 139, so that's the area. And but we have it's 755 total acres is the property we purchased. We've dedicated 300 acres as a buffer between us and Lassen College, and I think it's going to be a tremendous project. Nobody wants a quarry in their backyard. I totally get it. There's dust, there's truck traffic, there's things like that. But I'm going to remind everybody that same truck traffic is coming from Ward Lake now. It's coming through Johnstonville Road. I actually really like the location because we're going to 139 or 395. We're not really going by as many homes at this location. So actually, there's a lot of things to be excited about, and really excited to be continuing to contribute to the North, what we call home, which is Susanville, North State, Lassen County.
Outstanding. Yeah, and that's interesting that the rock's so good out there. You guys found this little gold mine, per se, of hard rock that is needed for this type of construction, and that's what you guys do. I mean, you guys are all about road base and building infrastructure, and a lot of it.
When we talk about the challenges, I mean, you and I were just talking offline a little bit about the challenges of these rural communities. We love living here. We want to continue living here.
Yes.
We want to figure out how do we change the trend, and the trend that you can't deny is that 2010 was the peak of population density in Susanville and Lassen County. And since 2010, there's been a 20% reduction in population, and that puts strain on all the local businesses. It puts strains on the local school systems because they only get paid by attendance. We've got to figure out how to reverse that trend, and in my mind, it starts with good jobs, right? It can't be minimum wage jobs are great. I'll take any job we can get in this community. I'm not bashing any type of job. All of them are important, but I think the ones that we really need to lean hard into are the ones that are family sustaining wages. So families can choose to live here. We're not losing these great kids that are coming out of these 4-H and FFA programs and these incredible schools that we have here. They're having to leave to get good jobs that support families. So how do we get that back? This is one step in the right direction, but we need hundreds more steps. I'm the first to acknowledge this isn't going to solve all of our problems, but we're trying to do everything we can to move in the right direction.
Outstanding. Yeah, and it's a great project that's going on. I've taken a look at it myself. And there's so many things, and of course there's those folks that are against the project there for their own reasons, which is fine. But there is an overall bigger picture here. I mean, I'm only half joking when I say you could come in and put a 500-acre data center on that same piece of property. And guess what, folks? They're just throwing those things up. You don't hardly even need environmental reviews with those things because there's so much money behind. The richest people in the entire world are the ones putting those things in. And when I say they get things done their way, they get things done their way. And I tell you what, the amount of water and resources and pollution that those things create is a joke. Compared to what, a natural, some tractors and stuff like that, moving rock around for infrastructure and creating good jobs in our backyard. It's a different story. So, I mean, there's always something. And like you said, we do need those good jobs where families can actually buy a home in our community, put their kids through school in our community, open a small business in our community, be employed within our community. People fail to realize that there's a lot of good jobs that are unfilled even in our community, just based on the fact that it's hard keeping people here.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. And, and you touched on the environmental stuff. I don't want to touch on that quickly. We've been working on the environmental component of this project for 5 years.
Yes.
It's the CEQA process, which is California Environmental Quality Act, which required a full environmental impact report. It's been an exhaustive process, but the good news is, we're mitigating every significant issue, and we're really excited about that. It's a project that makes sense for the community, but I understand that some people are going to have heartburn with it. I get it. Any type of progress is going to have a few negatives, and can't get around dust at some point, can't get around truck traffic at some point. There's a few things that these projects bring that are a challenge, but I want to be transparent. We're here with the community. There's nobody making me say, hey, we're having a public meeting coming up. Nobody is trying to hide this thing. We want people in the community to be fully aware it's coming, and you can support it or not support it, but I really wanted you. I don't think you're going to win a debate with me that the community needs it. If we're going to grow, everything that's growth oriented starts with aggregates. The concrete that's in the foundation of your home, the sand that's around the pipe that is bringing the sewage to your home, the paved parking lot for your new small business, it's all aggregates, and that's where it starts. So if we're really going to talk about growth here in this community, it starts there. So anyway,
outstanding. No, and it's a true story. And we got a meeting coming up that's very important. And need to get out and support this project. It's August 4th at 1:25 p.m., 707 Nevada Street. That's Supervisor's Chambers. You know where that's at uptown, one block off of Main Street there. August 4th, 1:25 p.m. And if you're against it, that's fine too. As you said, everybody has their opinions. You have the right to that. But at the end of the day, we really need to take a cold, hard look at job creation and sustaining our economic development within this community. And that's a big one for us right here. You guys are already. I mean, everybody that I know knows somebody that works for Hat Creek Construction. I mean, at some degree, what they call that, degrees of separation.
Yeah.
And that's a wonderful thing. Yeah, that's a wonderful thing. You can complain about traffic, but when you're in a community like ours, traffic's a good thing. That means that things are going on in our community. People are passing your businesses and whatnot. And this type of traffic is actually improving our infrastructure, which is important because you guys do bid on a lot of projects around here in our area. And having that plant that close helps you guys be competitive and get those jobs here. And that's important not only for your employees, for your company sustainability, but for the future of our economic development, which really is becoming tourism and a few things like that. It makes it easy for folks to get into our community and pleasantly, shall I say.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this is a 50-year permit. It's a big deal. And we really view...
You're investing a lot with a 50-year permit.
Absolutely. It's a big investment. There's no doubt about it. But how we view it is that it's a community asset, and that we're stewards of a community asset. Because without local aggregates, before we arrived in 2009 and purchased the old Miller's Custom Work, that's how we ended up with Ward Lake. They had ceased their construction operations. They weren't running RAP, which is a recycled component, which reduces costs and helps the environment. And unfortunately, what was happening is almost all of the asphalt for this community was coming from Reno. Probably 90% from Reno and 10% from Chester. And so this area was not realizing the gains from all of the infrastructure work that was being deployed by local government. And so I'm really proud, and our team is really proud of basically trying to bring those jobs back to this area. So now, and then what we're really trying to do is take that to the next level with this project.
Outstanding. And, just to go a little further with Hat Creek Construction, you guys are good stewards of our communities here. You guys take great care of your employees, and you're very involved in our community as far as giving back. We were just talking about the fair. I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
And a pretty good fair week.
It was a great fair week. It was awesome to see. I mean, I was really worried. Anybody that's a business owner right now knows it's tough out there. It's I'm not going to say it's 2009 level, but it has that feel like, things are a little rough. And the disposable income for families right now is for most people pretty low. And I know our business is dealing with a lot of challenges and not a lot of work coming out and way more bidders than what we're used to dealing with. And I know every business owner I've been talking to, times are tough. So I was really worried about the kids coming into this fair. And oh my gosh, man, people showed up. It was awesome. It was so cool.
The junior livestock auction was great. I've got a complete story and all the results from your Lassen County Fair Junior Livestock Auction up at sierradailynews.com. In fact, it's even in our news segment a little bit here coming up. And I think we had a few less animals, but the dollars were still up, which was good. Yeah, and that's nice to see. That's nice to see.
So great.
Yeah, well, any closing remarks this morning, Perry?
No, I just am grateful for having me here, Chris. And also I want to say congratulations on kind of being the new business owner, and you, and I think Ruth is also involved, and I'm so proud of you guys. I love that we still have a local presence on the air. Every time I'm in town, I have your channels on. It's amazing that you guys are reaching all the way out to Plumas County, and this area that we call home. And I'm so grateful that you took the bet and invested to stay here in the community. We need more people doing what you're doing.
Yes,
congratulations. I'm really proud of you
I missed my bet, I tell you that much. But Perry, thank you so much. And yeah, as far as that is concerned, my whole family's involved. Dee and Dave McCann, my parents, big integral part of this project. Ruth, of course, even my boys, and of course my beautiful wife here as well. So we looked at doing an investment group and doing all that kind of stuff to get the station, and then decided, how can we make this work and just run this as a family-owned business like it used to be?
Right.
Okay. Right. This company has not been locally owned and operated in nearly 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So now we are back once again, completely family-owned and operated. Locally owned and operated, and we are so looking forward to just giving back to our community here that has blessed us so much, and doing great things. But as you say, it just takes time and effort and dollars, and we're working on that too. So be patient out there. We're getting our legs underneath us. It's our 23rd day in business.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
So much to do, as you well know. Thank you, Perry,
for that. If there's anything we could do to help along the way, please let us know. I'm so excited to have you guys.
Hey, we appreciate you so much. Perry Thompson with Hat Creek Construction. And please get out there and be a part of that meeting. August 4th, we'll keep reminding you, 1:25 p.m., 707 Nevada Street. It's so important to our community. Take a good, hard look at it. If you're on the fence, we really urge you to take a good, hard look at that and see the benefits to our community.
In fact, there's a website, SusanvilleRocks.com.
That's right.
SusanvilleRocks.com. Thank you for the reminder. Almost forgot that.
Yeah.
It tells all the things about the project. It shows maps. It shows the buffer. There's a community video on there you can watch. And it has all of the data around the project. And then also the last thing, if you really have a hard time and don't understand something about the project, please reach out to me. I'm available.
Awesome, Perry. Thank you so much. Thanks for being part of the program and explaining this a little bit. SusanvilleRocks.com.